Make sure somewhere in the chicken scratch I scribble and doodle.
Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's Will JimSauce and I am back with another video for you guys. So I don't know if I want to title this a Saucy time or a random Runescape memory, but we're just gonna go with it. So in the background I'm just doing some herb lore. I messed up for some reason. I thought I had enough supplies for my level and I just derped out. But if you guys are watching this as current time in this video, Ceradoe and Brews are actually really good GP per XP right now. So I would totally recommend going to do that if you have the level for it. Anyways, so I was talking to my buddy the other day, and we were talking about some of our like favorite times, just like in general. Like he was talking about how he remembers back, I don't know how long ago it was, but for 2 months straight, he would literally just like binge watch all of Naruto. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not sure. I'm not into animes and those kind of shows, so I can't really talk to you guys too much about that. But he was just saying how he would literally like every night just chill there watching that show, like all however many episodes it is, I don't even know. And how he enjoyed it so much. Like, you know, you would think that you would get bored of doing the same thing over and over again, but sometimes like the events that are going on in your life are just so consistent as it is, so adding that new thing to it just makes it seem like, wow, like this is the best thing. Like, oh dude, you're only watching a show and you know snacking on food and whatnot, but like that is everything you just hope and dream for. So I was thinking back to when I was going for max cape on my main account, and as I was doing this, so I was going for max cape, but it was also when I first started, or it wasn't when I first started going to the gym, but it was like my early days at the gym. And then it was also when I first started playing Counter-Strike, CSGO. So this is literally how my routine would go. It would be late at night, right? Or okay, let's start in the beginning of the day. So in the beginning of the day, I would wake up, I would get into a Skype call with people, and I'd be like, yo boys, are you ready to play some CSGO? So we would start playing, we'd start warming up and everything. And then once it would get around lunchtime, I would order Chinese food. And I remember like the stream would always like make fun of me for like ordering Chinese food all the time, because I would call them on stream and they would be like, yeah, $10 minimum, $10 minimum. Like, listen, you already know I'm about to buy like at least 2 or 3 platters. Like, you don't need to tell me. Like, I'm about to order from you like every single day. You don't know it, but I'm gonna order from you every single day. And that is how it went. So I would order at least 2 platters. So I would eat one at the time I was hungry, and then I would save the other platter for like dinner time or like a late night food, whatever. Unless I ordered the food already around dinner time, then I would save the second platter for the next day for like lunchtime. So throughout the day, I'd be in a Skype call playing CSGO, eating Chinese food. And then once it would be like mid-afternoon, that's when I would go to the gym. And on my way back home, this is at the time where I was going by myself for a little bit, so I didn't have any of my friends with me. So I would walk home by myself, and on my way back, I would go to this gas station. And I would go in there, and I would buy the biggest Mountain Dew thing, like the biggest fountain drink that they had, and I would fill it up with Mountain Dew. And like, that's a terrible thing for me to do. I was very silly, but I'm like, yo dude, this is what's happening, okay? I need the biggest drink of Mountain Dew that they have. So I go in there, I'd get that, and as I'm walking home, you know, I'd sip on it a little bit. It was very cold. It was around it was winter time, so it was chilly, so I would take like a few sips of that, and then I'd finally get home. And then once I got home from there, I would go back up in my room, I'd have the big Mountain Dew, I'd have whatever Chinese food was left, and then I would call my buddy Kyle on Skype, and we would just play Scape for like all hours of the night until like, I don't even know, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I would do it all again. So like throughout the day, I was talking to the majority of my friends playing CSGO, eating Chinese food. Then I would go to the gym by myself, think about Chinese food, get Mountain Dew, go back home, eat more Chinese food, and then Scape it up for like all hours of the night. And like, to most of you guys, you're probably thinking like, dude, that is stupid. Like, why would you do that? Like, that's terrible. Like, you're probably fat now. I am. I'm like 320. I'm just kidding. I'm not 320. But like, I don't know, like, it's just something so simple of just, you know, just ordering some Chinese food and just relaxing, playing some games. It was something that I didn't do, and just like the addition of like the new game and some of the new dudes I was talking to, and just like, you know how some people in the morning, like on their way to work, they'll always go to like, you know, a gas station on the way and pick up a coffee, or, you know, for lunch, you know, your favorite spot to go to is like Chipotle or Subway or something like that, and it starts to become like a routine in your everyday life, and it's something that, like, you yourself, you're like, okay, I want to add this to my life, I want to do this, like, I'm choosing to do this, like, that's cool, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I can't really explain it unless you guys like already know. Like, I used to have this weird friend who, like, I would get rides from in the morning to school, like if I didn't want to take the bus, and he didn't like coffee, but he would order coffee just because it was hot, and since it was cold in the morning, he would buy a small coffee, and then as he was driving, he would have one hand on the wheel and one hand holding the hot cup of coffee, just because, I don't know, dude. Like, it helped him get through the day. I don't understand. He didn't drink it. He never drank it. He didn't like coffee, but because it was warm and it was hot, he'd always have his hand there. I guess he liked the smell of it too, but he just didn't like drinking it. I don't understand. Kid's weird. Who knows? But I don't know. That's me. That's me. I got a bunch of these, you know, different times in my life that I've, like, you know, added something or whatever, and everything just seemed really cool. But that's that one. That was the most recent one that I thought of and I was talking about with my friends. So if you guys can share any of these with me, like, oh yeah, once I graduated high school, you know, I started doing this, or, you know, after school I would go do this. Just anything you want to tell me, go and let me know down in the comment section below. The next video is coming up on the channel is the response to the Q&A, and then there's going to be a new account from scratch, new progress video out. So those are the next two videos. Thank you guys for watching. I love you. Feel free to leave a like down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.